Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dennis with Grass Monkey Lawn Care here, and today we're going to cover my fun and exciting day of working on the walker, guys. So what happened to the walker? Basically, if you're not familiar with walkers, guys, they are a gear-driven machine. They don't get run by belts like the other mowers do. There's gearboxes that turn your blades that are hooked to a PTO shaft. For example, here we go. So this is like a plate cover here. You have a gearbox here, and you have the main gearbox coming in through that PTO shaft coming right through there. Lines here, and then it has a bar that goes out this way and a bar that goes out that way. So this machine is operated like that. So the old gearbox, guys, is over here. We're going to take a look at it and we'll show you what's going on here and why I had to replace it. So guys, Walker used to have a company called Von Ruden that made their gearboxes. Now the reason why they stopped making these is because they were really expensive and they went to another style of gearbox. So this is the old gearbox here, guys. Sorry, my wheelbarrow fall on me here, but these are the gears here. That's what goes into your PTO, and then these are the gearboxes here. This is the faulty one here. Now these take gear oil, guys, and so basically once it starts to leak, you have some problems. Sometimes you can fix them with seals, but on these old ones, they're really hard to find parts for, and you can tell in this one, it's all over the place. It's moving up and down, back and forth. It's just all over. So wasn't much I could do with this box, guys. The reason why I didn't really want to take it in the shop and have them rebuild this is because I don't know how long this thing has been jacked up. Now this mower I haven't had very long, guys, and so I don't know how long it's been kind of all jacked up inside of there. I did notice like this was getting worse and worse as time went on, to the point where I talked with Brian from Top Notch about it, and we looked at it and we both kind of came to agreement it's pretty much probably toast. So this one's just kind of, the only reason I'm going to keep this one around is for this part right here, just in case I ever need it. And then this deck we have here, guys, here's another great issue we had today. So, had a spare deck. Now this deck had an extra set of gearboxes on it, or, you know, the whole set. And so what happened is I thought, well, I'll just switch this gearbox over to the other walker deck and we'll be fine. Okay, well here's a problem. See, here is the old gearbox that came off that rail that was on this deck. Now you'll notice here, this needs to be 1 1/4 inches. These are 1 3/4 inches. That's the problem, because what happens if you put these on your deck, your blades are going to be below the deck. They're going to hit actually the bottom of the flange of the deck, and it's going to keep hitting it and hitting it. And so what I found out was, through going through my dealer, and here's something else, guys. Facebook forums are great, guys, let me tell you, but some of them, you get people in there that are just idiots, basically. And so when you go on and ask for help, don't, you know, if you do some research on it, you just can't come up with the answer, you know, you're kind of stuck, you know, you go ahead and ask it, but you know, just be ready for there to be a group of clowns in there that think it's funny just to badmouth you and talk down to you. It's going to happen. You know, it kind of sucks. You know, some of these people have some great knowledge, but there are people out there that are idiots and will treat you like you're just a moron because you're not a walker mower mechanic, basically, is what it comes down to. So, but the group itself is really great. There's just a few bad apples in it. So let's get back to this. I thought it's a little small rant there, guys. The guy really pissed me off last night. Said some, threw my question out there about the spindles because I wasn't sure. I went on the website to kind of look at the gearbox to see the different ratios and stuff. And so, you know, I threw the question out there, and the response back was just the guy that was just being a complete moron and being a jackass, basically, and just being really rude. So just my small rant about Facebook forums, guys. Just be ready for that to come at you if you ask a question, basically, is what it comes down to. There's going to be 1 or 2 guys. But back into my rant, let's get back to this. So went to my dealer, you know, and I don't know if anybody in that forum would even be able to explain this the same way they did. So basically, they're on as the gearboxes kind of switched over from the Von Rudens, they kind of progressed into different gearboxes. This is a European style gearbox, guys. Who would have guessed, right? I end up with all the gearboxes out there. I get stuck with the European one, where the decks were made differently. The length on these are longer, and they were designed differently, so they weren't intended for these decks. They were intended for a whole different style of deck that they were using at that time. and then they switched over to the gearbox I had to buy. So long story short, I mean, it was just a big mess, guys, huge mess. And you know, it wasn't cheap either, guys. These gearboxes were expensive. They're $600 to replace those guys. Let me tell you, I mean, Walker mowers are nice, they're great, they cut fantastic, but it's kind of like owning like a Lexus, a Cadillac, or a Corvette or something like that. Once something breaks, guys, be expected to pay some money. That's all I can tell you. I mean, they're expensive to buy, they're expensive to operate and maintain, and when something breaks, it's just a hefty price tag that comes at you. You know, I made a hell of a mess too, guys. So what happened was something similar. Like, I was watching some of Countryside's videos because he'd done some stuff with his gearboxes too. I took these apart. Well, in that middle rail there's bolts over here. You can pull these off. Took this one unit on this side or one unit on that side. Well, I pulled it off, the damn thing, all the crap just fell out of it. So I had to go back, look to see how to put it all back in there, and then there was just gear oil every freaking where. I mean, and I got it all up in here. I mean, it's all over my garage floor. It was just a mess. And then the same thing happened over here. Everything dumped out of the side of it, and it's not supposed to do that. So that was another challenge I had, just, you know, going on today, kind of, you know, prolong this process of, you know, fixing this mower. So it's been an exciting day, guys. I haven't even went out and mowed yet. I went to the dealer this morning about 8:30, came back to my house by about 9. Started working on this, and then stupid me, when you put these gearboxes in, they got to be timed a certain way. Well, first time I put them in, I forgot to do that, and lo and behold, it was screwed up. I had to go back in and pull them off, make sure they're timed correctly, and then put everything back in again. So I had to do this twice. So it's been a fun day, I can tell you. I'm gonna go ahead and take these mowers here. I'm gonna take this and power wash it real quick, get all this crap off of here, clean it up, and then I'm gonna try and mow some yards now, guys, finally. So, but this thing now with these new gearboxes, man, it purrs like a kitten. I can't wait to get out and cut with it. Pretty excited about that. You know, I guess I can get something out of this $600, right? You know, some kind of enjoyment. Yeah, guys, that's kind of it for this video. I just kind of want to go over some Troubletown and Walkertown here. So, all right, guys, if you have any comments, leave them in the comments section. If you like the video, guys, hit the thumbs up. And as always, guys, we greatly appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot.